Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are very close here to finishing off our hyper relay network, and that will be done very soon here. In fact, we are currently stocking up alloys, and we could definitely upgrade our ships here. What are we actually upgrading? We must have gotten a component upgrade at some point, presumably. So we do have these battleships here. This is our auto battleship. We're going to get rid of our auto battleship. We're just going to have a regular battleship here that we've already modified. So that's absolutely great. And I would like to get this all put together eventually, but we are over our naval cap, and we're going to need to solve that. So our next step is going to be grabbing standard construction templates. We're a ways away from getting our next ascension perk. That's pretty clear. But we need our next ascension perk. So this mining world here requires housing, which actually means a city district goes in. We've also got this active volcano that we can clear off of there, and we'll go ahead and do that.
Breakthrough achieved.
Edicts Fund plus 20 will increase the amount of unity we're getting. Fleet command limit, but naval cap, that we need. So we're definitely going to grab that. That's 51 months until our naval cap goes up by 30, which will put us no longer over our naval cap, for the time being anyway. And that's great. We can activate our relic here. There's also some warriors that we spotted. Okay, plus 5 trade value. That doesn't actually help us. We're not really gathering too much trade value right now, but that's okay for now. For several months now, we've received scattered reports of small numbers of alien mercenaries and privateers operating on the frontiers of our space. They call themselves the Seclacarian and are apparently exiles from a nomadic warrior culture inhabiting overcrowded space stations in and around the Beta Corvi system. Their passage near our space proceeded without incident, but they warned us against trespassing in Beta Corvi. There is no Seclacar central government to speak of, but their various factions are engaged in constant infighting, and often launch raids against neighboring star systems. Indeed, given their vast population and space-based production capability, the Seclacarian would likely be a significant galactic power, if they ever stopped killing each other. We'll attempt to contact them. They are turtles. Okay, cool. That's fine. So our hyper relay is going to be done in Galorum very soon. We're at 75% there. We definitely need to fight the Istran Slayers. Now, we cannot currently declare rivalry on them. Oh, we're full on our minerals. We'll sell those off. Perfect. Our generator world requires a job here.
Breakthrough achieved.
Noted. We will certainly build a civilian industry. I don't like it, but we're at +0 right now, so we do need to fix that. Habitability plus 5%. That's always good. And from here, citadels. Cool. Citadels are going to be a vital part of our war against the Istran Slayers because we have to be able to know that our stations can hold at least to some degree. Oh, this is the queued hyper relay. I gotcha. That makes more sense. I was a little confused for a moment there, but it's all good. I would really like to get climate restoration. That'd be really nice. The Alliance of Rulin 4 no longer exists. Okay. We need to make a move on the Istran Slayers eventually, but I really don't feel like now is the time. We will outscale them, I think, as long as they don't grow too much. That said, eventually the rest of the galaxy will band together against them. Are they a crisis aspirant? They are. Okay. So, yes. Out of curiosity, the Ascension perk. Not become the Crisis, but the Ascension perk for Galactic Defender, or Defender of the Galaxy. Damage to endgame Crisis factions, plus 50%. Does that apply to Crisis Aspirants? I don't know. Maybe. But we definitely want to take Galactic Force Projection next. And then our fourth one, I think, will probably be Defender of the Galaxy. Because there's going to be a lot of Crisis going on in the late game here. So that's definitely going to be a thing. I do want to put in an Alloy Foundry over here in Elthier Prime. So let's get that going. Excellent. And we're going to be done with our hyper relay here shortly. We're at plus 17% right now. So yeah, our hyper relay network is basically complete at this point. Nothing else here is going to be linked into it for the moment. So that's all good. This factory world here, we can definitely put in an industrial district, although we don't need it. This Uthabula needs to migrate somewhere else, so that's fine for now. We could forcibly migrate them, but we'd have to figure out where their job is available. Let's see. Farmer jobs, I don't think they can... Maybe they can do farmer jobs. Maybe. Advatir, Jurup, Trabano has researcher jobs available. Gilprim has enforcer jobs and metallurgist. Metallurgist and metallurgist. So presumably it is farming then. So if we were to resettle these over to Sirius Prime then. Boom. Yes, they do indeed become a farmer. Beautiful. This guy, however, we're just going to get a research complex upgrade, I think. Actually, no, we're going to put in a city district here. That'll be fine. So on Elthier Prime, we're building an alloy foundry, but, oh, that's a Grochnoploran, so that should be fine. No real problem whatsoever there. We are getting quite a lot of alloys stored up, but we're going to need it when we get our Citadel upgrade ready to go. That said, we should probably consider upgrading our fleets right now. It's fairly cheap, and we can just get that done and out of the way.
Our ships have been made superior.
There we go. Minor upgrades.
Our ships have been made superior.
But it is about
Our
1k
ships have
power,
been made
so that's not bad.
superior.
Not bad at all there. We'll take it. Cool. So we've got a new heir. What else do we have going on for our jobs? Not a whole lot. Okay. So getting additional unity is probably wise. But I think for the moment we're doing fine on that front. We're 25 months away here. But generating additional unity would not necessarily be the worst thing. Okay. That's all good for the moment. Our alloy foundries are going to be finishing. We're at almost 5,000 alloys. We will need a lot more than that. We're going to need 3,000 per Citadel upgrade, and we need 4. So that's going to be 12,000. So banging this up is not a bad idea. We definitely need to bank that. 38 months until Citadel upgrades are good to go. Checking in on our jobs, there's not a whole lot needing to be done there. So that's all good. And we're just kind of chilling for the moment. We could go attack this automated dreadnought, but I don't think it's worth it at this moment. I think that we wait until we have our naval cap upgrade, and at the very least, the first fleet is fully ready to go. I am going to queue that up. It's going to take a while to get the battleship made. About 300 days. So that's fine for the moment. And this is going to be 26 months, so that's longer than 300 days. No doubt about that.
Blocker cleared.
Well, there's that tile blocker cleared, finally. Excellent. And we're going to have Jurup Prime done with its city district shortly. We are, of course, going to put in another research lab here soon enough. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten too much of our scaling tech online yet. So we still have a long ways to go in terms of our scaling. Consider your words carefully, Beast. Our military could crush your pitiful nation in one fell swoop. I mean, sort of. I think they'd have a harder time than they think that they're going to have, but we're definitely better off waiting. We are certainly going to attack them. Looks like they're attacking out over here. Yeah, that's to be expected. We're certainly better off waiting, since we stand alone, and we cannot use allies. So, that's going to be a thing. We're going to sell these minerals off. And we could buy in alloys if we wanted to, but I'm going to let the price continue to drop here. It'll drop for a little while yet. And everything is looking good in terms of our jobs. For once. For this 5 minutes, anyway. Now, we're definitely a little low on amenities. But for the moment, I think that's reasonably okay. So we're just waiting on tech here. Guardian point defense in 10 months. Sure. So that's going to give us a decent upgrade to our corvettes. We do need to upgrade our missiles on our torpedo boats. So our space torpedoes could definitely get an upgrade. There's no doubt about that. Our scientist just died. The Ptolemy. Okay, noted. So we definitely need a new scientist here. This one's nice and cheap, so fantastic. And you're down here in Detonal? No. The Ptolemy is at Europe. Got it. We'll assist that research. All's good. And the first fleet is now good to go. That's excellent. And we're going to be finishing this in 16 months. Man, that feels like a long time. That feels like a really long time. There's just kind of nothing going on at the moment. Let's bump it up to fastest speed. I don't think that's going to be too much faster at this point in the game, and in reality, we're probably okay chilling on fastest speed until the end of the game at this point. So looking in at the power of these guys, their fleets are about 30k. They're also still running extremely heavy coil guns. Noted. As soon as the final gate opens up, waves of intense psionic energy wash upon our scientists. Most of them collapse in apparent agony, leaving only a few to make their way into the actual layer itself. It seems to be a large temple with a massive dais or altar in the middle of it. All across the walls, there are huge diagrams of different star systems, and a repeated one seems to center on Detonal itself. Making their way closer to the middle, the few scientists that remain find that it is, in fact, an imposing machine, fashioned in the form of the old altar. Let us tinker with this machine and see what we can find. As they start tinkering with the machine, they're suddenly beset by a shared auditory hallucination. A screaming command by something to be unearthed, unshackled. Visions of a creature ripping apart the Detonal system plays over and over in their heads, as the creature's demands grow shriller. Several of the scientists fall unconscious, unable to deal with the unabating torrents of psionic pain that rack their bodies. We can rip the machine apart and gain some engineering research, or we can release an eldritch horror in the Detonal system. Now, where is the Detonal system? That is right here. Incoming transmission event would happen in 10 days and change hostility to neutral. We'll let it out. What could possibly go wrong? Kaboom! So this is now a dimensional horror. Excellent. And the Ibn Battuta is, of course, going to leave. We're going to bring our fleets down to Damia. Cool. Finally. Bow down, mortals. Grovel before me, and I shall grant you protection and wisdom. Oppose me, and I shall be your end. So, research speed added for Eldritch Knowledge. But biological pop growth speed minus 10%. We're entering the point of the game where pop growth speed is becoming less valuable. And we can counteract that fairly easily by grabbing a new life. Embrace your wayward flock. So you have chosen the path of wisdom. Everything is as it should be. Okay, so we have this Eldritch Horror chilling here now. Cool, and he's on our side. He has destroyed the entire system here, but we didn't have anything here anyway. And so he's just chilling and providing us with Eldritch Knowledge. I like it. Didn't change any of our ethics or anything. Just gives us a flat 6% research bonus. That's pretty major. Cool. So our Guardian Point defense is going to be done here on this next month tick.
Scientific
there we go.
Breakthrough achieved.
And defense grid supercomputers, we could go for that. Alternatively, we could just grab some of this encryption and code breaking as rerolls. We'll do that for now. And we can see that these guys are they fighting the Scanurians? No. They're just kind of chilling down here. The EUIV Xeno-Purification War. Okay. So that's these guys over here. They're basically purified, so that's fine. We've got our Eldritch Knowledge, though, and that will help us. So Uthibulans have grown over here. Ooh, the Uvzant are over here. Noted. Fascinating. Well, this will keep the Istran Slayers busy for now. We do have a new tradition available. I think we finish Prosperity as soon as we can. I would like to counteract that 10% pop growth speed reduction, but let's grab this for now. 91 months until we finish off this and can grab our Galactic Force projection. So that'll be a big deal for us. Now, we can upgrade our ships here, and I do think that we should. All of these guys should be in orbit of the station. So we're going to upgrade the fleets to latest designs. That'll be fine. And from there, we know that we need some work over here. This tech world, we have this Uthabulan that can't do anything. Let's build another city district to unlock our last building slot here. And on this factory world, we will build a city district as well. We may move out of that soon enough, but for now, that'll do. Cool. So we don't expect this to be very lengthy in terms of how long it takes to get these upgrades
ships
done.
have been made superior.
Cool. But this
Our
is definitely
ships have
boosting
been
us up
made
pretty
superior.
dramatically.
Our
I like it.
ships have been made superior.
Okay.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Cool, so there's that encryption. Energy Nexus wouldn't be bad. We could grab that as part of our economic boost. Naval Cap will be done in 2 months here. So that will boost things pretty dramatically for us here. Note that we're increasing our maintenance by 26% right now. This will cut that out, and that'll be great. We'll have Citadels in 10 months. This Forge World has
Scientific
a
breakthrough
Znachi
achieved.
here. That's, I guess, fine. We'll put in, for the moment, a civilian industry, but I'm not hugely concerned about that. Wow, these guys are just kind of teleporting around. Okay. Well, I'm sure they'll get dealt with eventually. That'll be fine for now. We're not too concerned about it. Anything that slows down the Astrari is these guys. The Azari, the Istran, the Istran. There we go. I got the word. Anything that slows them down is good for us. So I think we'll grab Galactic Bureaucracy here for more Edicts Fund. That'll boost our Unity gains. That sounds good to me. And on this tech world, I wonder if these Uthabulans would potentially run as culture workers. Obviously, on this tech world, we don't want that right now. Or do we? Does this produce amenities? It does. And naval cap. Now that's interesting. We should build one of these monuments on every world then. I didn't realize this also gave naval cap. Okay, so we're going to build a city district here. On Sirius Prime, we're going to build a monument. On Kolbath, we're building a city district now. We're going to build a monument everywhere we can. Because just having the Unity is huge. But turning consumer goods into amenities, naval cap, and governing ethics attraction, the naval cap is the more important thing. To be clear. But that's still really good. So we're going to put in a monument on every world we have. I didn't realize that that had naval cap. I knew that we could get the additional Unity out of that. But that's going to be huge. So we have a couple of worlds here that we were not able to build the monument on immediately. And we do have this new Mystic Shrine here. To be honest, I'm going to replace that with a monument. There we go. Cool. And then the other one was on Alpha Centauri. Okay, this is fine for now. We do have this Hollow Theater here. It's okay for the moment. We may want to change that later, but for now I think it's fine. So we could think about expanding another one of our fleets. We've also got citadels finishing up in 4 months. And we know we need like 5,000 more alloys. So we should probably hold off on expanding our fleets, I'm thinking. I'm going to buy in 1250 alloys just to keep the price high and to boost up the number of citadels that we can immediately start construction on, because these are very slow to build. So we'll get that going here in 2 months. That'll be good. So that will help our defenses dramatically, just upgrading to a citadel. 1 more month on that one. And I'm just keeping an eye on what they've got going on out here. It looks like the Istrin are winning this war, which I'm not shocked about.
Breakthrough achieved.
There's their citadels. Fantastic. So, battleship build cost and build speed? Maybe? Improved strike craft, it's an option. Planetary build speed is probably our best bet, though. So we'll grab that for right now. 77 months at this moment on our progress here. So Alpha Centauri Prime, as soon as we get the city district done, that'll open this building slot, and we'll put a monument into that. So that'll be great. And we want to get these citadels upgrading right now. So we'll get these 2 going. We'll get this one going. So that's all of our citadels bordering the Istrin. And then this one is the one that we're going to be a little behind on. So that's okay for the moment. Cool. So we immediately see that... Okay, xenophobic. Cool. We immediately see our naval cap is now 180. And that's not with all of these monuments done yet. So that's a big improvement. And 263 unity. Yeah, that's definitely huge. We'll activate this surveyor. There we go. And this guy should immediately be heading out to grab that.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
There's our energy nexus available. And for now, we could grab gateway travel. We could. But I think shields are better for us. Getting up to level 5 defenses would be really good. Now, we are very negative on our consumer goods. I'm not hugely shocked about that one. That's because we're turning consumer goods into naval cap and unity, primarily. Those are the 2 big benefits that we're getting there. We can also upgrade these to heritage sites. And those don't have scary upkeep on them. So that sounds good.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Planetary build speed is all good. We can grab civilian fabricators here. That's definitely something we should do. Our civilian goods, or rather our consumer goods, are definitely in need of some work. So unfortunately, these guys will apparently not be culture workers. It does make me sad. But we're going to upgrade all of these to heritage sites. We're going to get this one building as a monument, and we're going to get these heritage sites all upgrading. That'll be fine. So every single one of these heritage sites will get upgraded. This will not help our consumer goods exactly. It requires a planetary administration. Okay, so we'll only upgrade the ones that we can. But that's fine. So this monument will be done very, very shortly here. In 200 days. And do our fleets require additional upgrades? No, they don't. I do want to deal with our automated dreadnought over here. That would be great. But for now, there's not a lot that we can do on that front. We're going to be getting 20 more unity from this edicts fund. That'll be great. And we're also going to be grabbing this next tradition in only 45 months now. So this is definitely cut down a lot. And it'll continue to cut down a bit. Cool. So we've got people moving around here, but these heritage sites should be fine. We're now at 180 naval cap. We do need to get this station upgrading to a citadel fairly soon. We could actually buy in the alloys that we need, and I'm going to do that. We'll get that upgrading. Cool.
Scientific
and from here,
breakthrough achieved.
Oh, we just got our edicts fund. Fantastic. What else do we need here? Capital buildings, resources from jobs? Yes, please. Improved production would be great. So we'll grab that. And what else do we need here? We could get autocannons. That's an option. Armored torpedoes is, I think, a really good thing for us, though. So we'll grab that. And those technologies will help us a lot. We'll also start to work on reinforcing our second fleet. This is now 39 months away. So we're definitely accelerating that process. That's great. And we haven't even finished up most of these heritage sites. On Alpha Centauri Prime, we can queue up our heritage site here. So that'll be great. It'll be a little bit before we have any jobs that need to be built. There will be no doubt about that, but that's okay. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are almost certainly going to go take out this automated dreadnought. We're getting really, really close to wanting to do that. We're just not quite there yet. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including... Apparently I closed my channel members list. That's sad. Casserole, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisoul, Kadra, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.